What's up, you guys? Spine Assassin once again for another live stream. Share some videos. Hey, these are freaking hilarious. I just found like 3 videos, so like this is like crazy. So like this woman actually snitched on herself. Basically snitched on herself because someone allegedly stole her $30 weed. And this took place in Palm Beach, Florida. Man, she looks hit. She looks definitely hit. Yo, what's up, D-Man? Gotta put this up. Hey, this video is freaking funny, bro. Oh, man. How the heck somebody stole... How the heck somebody steal your weed? In the worst case scenario, you basically snitched on yourself. Oh, I'm about to roll the clip. This is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I was.
Hi, William.
Good. How you doing?
I had a friend come by. He was just a friend, but I've never had this happen.
I'm sorry, but is this like a dude or a girl? I cannot even freaking tell. Man, what the hell? Like a straight up dude. This is crazy.
Happened to me. I have a med card, and I smoke at night because I have trouble sleeping. But he took my weed and left.
Let me know if you hear any echoes.
His name's Chris.
As I go to the YouTube website. Please let me know if you hear any echoes.
Where is he? Do you know where he lives? Is he around here?
He said he's moving soon, so I don't know. We met through a program and multiple times, so that's what
Do you have like his name or address or anything?
I
Where
have
he
his
lives?
number.
His phone number? Okay.
It's just, I find it odd that, like, that's $30 that I spent. You know what I mean? And you just stole it out of my pocket. Like,
$30 to me.
yeah. I have my cards so from a dispensary.
That's you then.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your license too.
Yeah. I know it's short hair, but
That's okay.
it's okay. I get that a lot.
He didn't say. He just
No,
said.
I just said your license.
Sir?
Oh no, he didn't
No, I
say sir.
said your license.
He said license too. Oh no, he didn't say sir.
I can assure you I did not.
We know you're a female. We had you in the call. No problem.
Man, look at her room. Look at her freaking room. Oh man, this is
It's up until December.
Whose golf club is this? Yours? Nice. Golf?
I've been staring at him like crazy. I really need to go. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, honestly. I need to get going.
Whoa. So it's just about to expire.
Well, usually those aren't.
I have the prescriptions all set up. I just need to renew the card. But you know what I mean. $30 of my
Maybe
money
your
gone.
license.
Your license on it.
License, I'm getting my license tomorrow because they needed some class time of some sort.
Do you have any type of ID?
I have my passport.
Oh,
That works.
I'm sorry, I just have never in my life had someone just literally, like, I know he's lying because it's like, I have OCD and I've looked everywhere around my room and I know exactly where I put it. He's like, why?
Okay.
You know
So,
what I mean?
long story short, you had your friend Carlos here. How long roughly was he here?
Well, he got food, he brought me some extra food, very nice, but
Brought you
then,
food?
yeah, but then, like, stole my whole entire weed.
Where was your weed at? Was it like a jar?
Like, right by my socks.
Was it like a bag, a jar, or
I mean, I have a little grinder, so it was in the grinder.
like a yellow grinder or something?
Yeah, like a blue grinder.
A blue one? So all the marijuana was in the grinder?
Yeah, and it was already grinded up, and he
So
took it off.
it was like kind of shake-ish now.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's nothing in it.
Okay. So you took all the shake out of your grinder, basically.
Yeah.
What's his name? Carlos?
Cost what, $1 to go get a wrap somewhere? You don't have to have a med card, so
His name is Carlos.
it's just fucked up to me. Like, I would never do something like that to someone.
Can I get his phone number?
Yeah, like let me just say, like there was many times like, hey, he was like buying me food tonight, and I was like, hey, I will buy the food. You don't need to buy the food. And I'm that person. I will say it multiple times. I'm like, I'm not buying the food. I will buy the food. But I mean, it blows me away. I'm like, I had a full thing in there and it's gone.
What do you mean a full thing? Or a
Like,
full...
just grinded. Like I was gonna just smoke a little bit and go to bed.
Is the grinder still here? Or is he took the whole grinder?
Grinder's still here.
Okay.
If you want to see it.
Yeah, sure, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You don't mind if I come in?
Yeah, you're fine. I'm sorry about the mess.
That's okay.
I have all my stuff in hangers, toiletries, some extra clothes. I'm moving in. I need to go to Burn probably like, I say 2 days tops.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. But right now it's a little messy. What do you gotta do?
Like, seriously, what is wrong for hair? Yo, what's up, Connor? What is wrong for hair? That is like the utmost poorest haircut I ever seen. Man, she's like a boy. Man, don't ever date these 304s that even smoke weed. She don't even look that attractive. Look at the room. Those don't even look like a room. Looks like a more of a hotel. If you will. It definitely like a hotel. Man, that is crazy. Unbelievable.
Should
I just felt very strong as a mother, but also as somebody that watched the Vietnam vets come.
I can give it to you.
Yeah.
I feel terrible about this, but it's like the kid's lying to my face and he knows it, and I've looked everywhere around my room, and it's, you know, I'm not the type of person to put someone out there, but I've looked everywhere around my room, and it's nowhere to be found. Like, I've checked underneath the sheets, I've checked, like, underneath the toiletry items, suitcase, golf clubs, even checked over here. There's not a lot over here. Yeah, so.
Do you have Carlos's last name?
I don't.
Just have his number.
Yeah,
That's fine.
but he's like one of those people where, like,
Who you?
If I can explain this to you, he's like very helpful to me, but it's like when he doesn't get what he wants, he's gonna take your shit.
Okay. Did you ever ask him about it? Like, hey, like, did you take my half gram?
I sure did. And he said no,
said no?
of course, because he knows he did.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can read a book like its cover. Because I think he likes me, and I don't like him
Okay.
back fully, but he took my weed and left, and he's acting like he didn't take it, and I don't, I mean, for God's sake, if the kid has a fucking key to my apartment, I'm a little scared.
Yeah. Well, obviously, don't do that.
Let's just say one of them was gone, and I definitely think he might have took one, so I had to go get new ones, and I'm a little bit scared again, so I might have to go get new ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't have any of this stuff in here.
What?
He doesn't have any of his stuff that's in here at all that he left or anything.
No, this is just antidepressants.
Okay, that's all your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust
Yeah.
me, I'm not on a lot.
Here you go.
I don't like being on a lot. Just antidepressants. And most of that's extra. I don't need all of that. Trust me.
Sorry, I just had to confirm.
These are trash bags to help me move when I'm ready to get going to the other apartment. I'm not gonna use them yet.
Alright, here's your medical marijuana card back.
Thank you.
And then here's your...
I hope you understand where I'm coming
No,
from. I literally mean well, he's a good person, but I never expected him to do something like that.
No, I got you. You got,
It's like you gotta protect yourself. Like, how the hell do I know he's not gonna just jump in my apartment in the middle of the night and take some shit?
Alright. Well, I mean, since we're standing in here, just to make sure, do you have any weapons or anything on you?
Oh God, no, just my golf clubs.
Okay. Here's your passport back.
Yeah, no, just my golf clubs and a shit ton of toiletries and some clothes I need to definitely get hang-ups.
I'm not going to search or anything, just I like to, while I'm talking with everybody. Do you have any weapons on you?
Nope.
Then,
Here. Make it more clear. I do not have a bra on, so we're
No,
not
you're
gonna
fine.
be able to do that.
Can you just turn around so I can see? Alright, well, Lily, you have an open warrant out of Palm Beach County after I just ran your name, so you're being arrested right now.
An open warrant?
Yep. Failure for... I think that's...
Failure to appear.
Failure to appear?
I was told about that and they rescheduled it.
Alright, well, it's open right now, so...
Can I ask you a question? I have a...
Sir, 185 is 215.
She told me I didn't need to show up.
Well, it's right now, I just confirmed it too, and it's open right now, so...
I actually want to understand why she would let somebody in her house and all of a sudden somebody stole her weed. It's bad enough she looked it unattractive. Man, like, what is up with these chicks and these 304s and this weed? Yeah, weed is a hell of a drug, I guess. I guess Carlos got catfished. Seeing this chick, Jesus Christ. I would hate to smoke weed with her. Man, I don't blame the guy. Like, run away from her if that's the freaking case. This is like really effed up. But I'm about to keep playing this.
Why was I told that I don't need to do that?
I don't know. You can get out of here. Right now you got an open warrant, alright? You got nothing on you, right? Is there anything you want to take? You want to take your phone and your passport?
Can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Nope.
No?
Go to jail. Come on.
Can I ask you
I just
what
told you
you're...
you have a warrant open out of West Palm Beach. Alright? He just told you what it was for. I just called and confirmed it. That's why I stepped outside, because it said on the radio you have a warrant. I called and confirmed, so...
Sir, I'm not trying to call and get myself in trouble. I'm calling about someone who stole my weed and I have a red
That's
card.
fine. And we were going to help you out until we found out you had a warrant.
Yeah, but
Still
the
gonna help you
warrant,
out.
I was told by my fucking public defender
Alright,
that.
so do you want to take your phone and your
Can you
passport
just
with
hear
you?
me out?
Do you want to
Can you
take your
please
phone?
just hear me out?
It's not going to change the warrant. It's still
Alright.
active. Okay. I'm not trying to be an a-hole or nothing, but do you want your phone and your passport
I
to
just
come
want
with
you
you?
to hear me out. My public defender told me that I didn't have to be at the case, so I was just following her.
Well, that's
so
something you can.
maybe we can call her and figure this out
You
before
would
I
call
go to
at the
jail.
jail.
Yeah, you call at the jail.
We have to go though.
Alright, so I gave you an option if you want to take your phone or not. So come on.
Can I
let's go.
talk to the public
Let's go.
defender?
Come on.
Can you not hurt
They
me
would-
so hard,
Alright, come on.
please? No, can you not hurt me so
Alright, but why are you stopping?
Because I'm trying to figure out something.
We can figure it out.
public
We can figure it out at the jail. Do you want
I
your
mean,
phone and your passport or no?
Yeah, but we might be able to
So you
figure
want
it
that
out.
to go with you to jail?
Yeah.
Alright, so grab her passport.
Can I ask you a quick question before you chuck me out the door?
I'm not checking you out of
I
the
have a
door.
public defender. I've been
Alright,
working
let's
with
keep
her
going.
quite
That's
a.
fine.
Let's go.
Come on.
Can I please continue talking?
let's go.
You can
That's
keep talking
not
while we
fair
walk
to me.
though.
You want
That's
shoes?
that's not fair.
You want
to me.
shoes?
He's giving you every
Can we
opportunity
give
right
me
now.
a second, please,
You
without
need
you
to stop.
chucking through?
I'm not
You
chucking
need-
that?
you.
Yeah, you are.
You need to stop.
That's
No, I'm not.
sir.
Relax.
You need to stop.
Relax.
I am relaxed.
All right.
I'm asking you to not
I
do
just
that.
try.
to me.
I just tried to give you your
You're a
phone.
fucking female.
All right,
girl.
that's fine.
Come on, let's go. He's giving you
You're
a...
tensing up and everything. Let's go. Come on.
I'm trying to get some shoes.
I just asked you if you wanted shoes, and you want to keep pushing against me. Now the
I
door's
wasn't
locked.
pushing against
Door's
you.
locked.
Door's locked.
Sir,
Alright.
you're just
Door's
not
closed.
giving me
Everything
enough
is-
patience. I'm just trying to understand. I talked to my
Listen.
public defender and she
Listen.
said I didn't need to be at that.
Like I told you,
I'm confused.
it's my turn to talk.
Okay,
Okay?
I'm hearing
Like
out.
I told you, we need to keep moving along. As we keep moving along, you can talk. When we get to the jail, you can call the public defender, and if it's all cleared up, then you'll be on. You'll be out. But right now, we have an open warrant for you because of that. We don't have anything to do with Palm Beach County, but if it's told that it's open and we confirm it, then we have to take you to jail. If everything's clear and they made a mistake, that's on them, not on us. Okay? So we have to go.
You understand that? I'm not trying to get
I
all.
mean,
You have your phone here.
Fine. Can I ask why my public defender said I didn't need to be at
I have no clue.
I'm not finished talking.
All right.
We're, like I said, we're gonna keep finish talking while we go.
All right. You just. I gave you the option.
Can I go back and
But the door's locked. We don't have the key now.
we have to pee. No,
Listen to me. If you keep tensing up and you keep trying to stop, then there could be additional charges. Why do we want to do additional charges? There could be. No, because when I'm telling you to listen to me, you're not.
Yep. These 304s. Goodness gracious. Yep. This is really insane. The next clip I'm about to play is the guy that actually recently got killed in Colombia. Now, I don't want nobody to get jump scared. Fair use YouTube, by the way. Yeah, there's a guy that actually got killed. Turns out they now report his death around this past February. So, sad that he passed away. But, if you're going to travel alone, of course, look at the pros and cons of the country you're going to. Keep in mind, look at the general guidelines of being inside the country. The do's and don'ts, and in a political perspective, because every country is different. With like guidelines compared to the U.S. So the best advice I can give to men is just be on your best behavior. Even though you're going to run into mistakes in the long run that you can't really, not trying to say walk on an eggshell or anything, broken eggshells, but, just learn how to have discernment thoroughly, and, just be careful You can't control people, what they do. Um, but you know, just trying to avoid not to be in survival mode so much when people are trying to harm you, whether it's a woman or a man. I know it's a no holds bars, but you gotta learn to have fun. Um, you know, just keep your head up, held high. Um, Continue traveling. I mean, in spite of having, being in situations that are traumatic, you know, just learn how to become more sane and more calm. Excuse me. Anyways, I'm actually about to play the clip. If let me know if you hear any echoes as I go into YouTube room. So, what's up, Hood Hobbies? Play this clip.
And so began a 5-month ordeal to unravel the mystery on how her only child died in an unfamiliar country more than 2,000 miles away. Without her son's phone, which likely would have offered clues, the grieving mother was left to wonder. Omar was an unmarried online stock trader and entrepreneur. His mother said that he was an avid solo traveler and had made many successful trips to Japan, Brazil, Mexico, and France. After his 1-week stay in Colombia, she said he had planned to travel to Portugal. She said he just wanted to see the world. Now, let's fast forward this thing. She rehashed their last phone conversation over and over in her head, she said. He told her he'd vomited and had diarrhea for a few days. She asked him, did he want her to come and get him and bring him back to the States? And he said yes at first, but then he called back and said no. He was cool. And then after she didn't hear from him that night, she got worried. And 2 days later, she get the dreadful call that he was dead. They found him in the bathroom. She has no idea what's going on. They contact the U.S. Embassy, and the U.S. Embassy told them back in March that they would have autopsy results in about 3 months. Now check this out. He gets killed in February. They call it a natural death. But he gets killed in February. His body arrives back in New York in March. They're still in the dark about what's going on. His suitcase is returned. Inside the suitcase is women's clothing, a petite woman's clothing. So they don't suspect that he was doing any cross-dressing or anything like that. They suspect that perhaps he went to see a woman, but the mother said he made no mention of a woman, right? So they're totally in the dark. Somebody could have thrown some women's clothing inside of the suitcase to throw off the scent. Or perhaps he was there and there was some woman in his presence. We don't know. What we do know is this, that after a lot of prying, the family discovers that, or they're told by the embassy, that the autopsy results came in April. So all this time they're in the dark, and the Colombia authorities have the autopsy results, and they didn't share them with the family. So who wants to travel to Colombia? Here's what you need to know before you do. Colombia is an increasingly popular tourist destination for Americans and other international travelers. From January to June this year, more than a quarter of foreign visitors to Colombia were from the U.S., according to the nation's tourism ministry. But traveling to Colombia does come with major risk, especially if you're black, because Colombia has a history, just like America, of racism against blacks. Yeah, even in Colombia. Shortly before Omar Watson's visit to Colombia, the U.S. Embassy in Bogotá issued a warning about 8 suspicious deaths of U.S. citizens between November 1st and December 31st. Last year, the embassy warned that robbers were drugging tourists with scopolamine, nicknamed the Devil's Breath. Forensic investigators in Colombia said the autopsy conducted determined that Omar Watson died of interlobular pulmonary thromboembolism associated with deep right vein thrombosis and determined the cause of death to be natural. Yeah, right. The man goes to Colombia and everything's cool. He's perfectly healthy. All of a sudden, he gets sick and he dies. They check out the apartment and his passport is still there, but his phone is gone. His iPad is gone. His wallet is gone. I'm well traveled, but I don't just go anywhere, especially without checking out the travel advisory from the U.S. Embassy. Man. I'm not jumping out of the pot into the fire. America is the pot. I'm in the pot right now. I gotta move with my head on a swivel right now. I'm not going to another country where I'm not familiar with the terrain and I don't have as many resources and deal with the exact same thing. I don't care about traveling that much. I don't care about vacationing that much. I vacation in my backyard. I don't need to go out and see their buildings and all of that stuff. I don't need to do that. I'll do it, but I don't need to do it. Catch enough hell right here. I'm not gonna go somewhere else where I already know they don't like us. Colombia has a history of racism against black folks.
Kind of want to disagree on that one because I'm not for sure if there is like an experience of Colombian women are racist towards black men in particular. I don't know. Like, what are your general opinions about Colombia? I've never been there before. I'm not for sure if Colombian women are, or the whole Colombian population is, prejudiced towards, Western society black men. I do not know. I do hear like cases about men trying to mingle with them, trying to mingle with like Colombian women, but they utilize their money the wrong way and want to get drunk with them, which is a very abysmal, way to, utilize your time in your life. I mean, sure, of course, party, but, at the same time, like, just have fun, be careful, be very wise of your surroundings, Like I said, men and women can like really, develop a, you know, sinister scheme just to like you know, get inside your pockets. Because you're public enemy number one once you're like a non, Colombian resident in their territory. Again, I don't know. Um, I do. I don't know if I disagree. Um, if Colombian women are that, you know, racist towards black American men, it's if that's the case, gotta be celebrated, not tolerated, as they would say. But it's like not all places in Colombia is not that bad. Um, you just gotta learn the language first and foremost. Uh, Second, learn their general customs. Um, you know what I mean? You don't have to accept everything, especially if something's like bad or you know uh, that gives you a traumatic response where you know it's life threatening. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta learn how to maneuver and like get over the hump sometime, and just like loosen up. You know, but at the same time remain your peace. You don't have to be open up to everybody. You're not. Everybody's not for You're not for everybody. So like, just learn how to be happy by yourself. Learn how to have fun by yourself. Yeah, it only takes like one sinister plot, and you're actually toast. Let's get to it.
Already going through it, to go somewhere else and deal with that. Some of y'all will take that chance though. And I hear you, fam. I get it. I understand. You gotta live, you can't live paranoid. You gotta live. You gotta see the world. Safety first, it's cool. Safety first. I think having a travel companion is a good idea. At least you got somebody to look out for you. It's a lot harder to get two than one, So if you're gonna move around internationally, like take somebody with you, man. Like I don't want to see stuff that bad. You go on a journey, okay? You want some me time? Take somebody with you. Maybe y'all stay in the same hotel or something, and a few doors down. Look, man, I'm gonna be doing my own thing for the next couple of days or whatever. I'll see you on this day. Woo woo. Catch up with you in the lobby, whatever. But do your thing. Like I don't know, fam. Another thing, these Airbnbs, you got to be very careful. They're not as safe as hotels. Hotels have security and a bunch of locks and cameras all over the place. Airbnbs, you're staying at somebody's apartment. You're staying at somebody else's home. That don't offer the same amount of security. I don't feel as safe. You're never completely safe anywhere, not even in your own home. But I just don't feel that level of comfort staying in somebody's house. I'm hopeful that the family will find closure, but I'm not sure they will because I don't think they'll get justice. Colombia has a huge incentive to underreport crime, just as other tourist destinations have. If the word gets out that people are getting robbed, people are getting raped, people are getting murdered in these tourist destinations, tourism's gonna tank. and the economy is going to tank. So you have to do your own due diligence before you travel to these foreign destinations. R.I.P. Omar Watson. No more talk.
Alright, we're gonna read the comments on this one. Let me see. Jesus Christ. Let me see. A black man that went to Brazil recently has the same fate. A 23-year-old Brazilian woman has been arrested for putting drugs in his drink. She had been doing this to other men. Huh. I'm gonna read the next comment. Staying at a Airbnb in a third country is crazy. A lot of people doing their homework on these countries before they travel. A lot of people don't do their homeworks on their countries before they travel. Facts. This is exactly true. Why would anyone go to countries where the citizens are fleeing from? As a black man, I don't care to travel to these foreign countries. I'm already hated here. Why in the hell would I travel to another country where I'm hated just as bad? Nah. Listen, people, as a Latino, I advise you not to go to these countries unless you know people in a lot of these places. Real talk. Went to Colombia on a cruise ship, stayed with the tour guide and large fellow tourists. No way I will walk around, stay there alone. His phone gone, his iPad gone, they need to check his body and see if his organs gone. Condolences to the family. Yeah, I mean, organ donating is pretty common for, melanated people in the U.S., which is downright scary. I can actually believe that. Alright, we're gonna go to our next clip. Man, this is gonna be real cool. Oh man, this is gonna be great. It's finally here. Wade Wilson is finally getting his sentence. He is actually sentenced to death. Oh boy, this brings joy, real joy. Man, this is crazy. How? Oh man, TikTok needs to go. Ooh, what kind of women will fall in love with a TikTok star? A TikTok star, and he doesn't really have a proper or firm occupation in mind. Yeah. This country is so stuck up and weird and feeble. Just doing stuff like this, killing or deleting women on here is just complete lunacy, bro. Very, very bad. But I'm gonna definitely have to play this. This is really, really great.
All right, let the record reflect that State's President, Defense Counsel, and the defendant are all present. We're here for sentencing. Was there anything else that the court needed to address prior to sentencing? All right.
So I have considered all of the testimony and evidence, arguments of counsel, applicable case law and statutes. I have prepared a written sentencing
office, working 50 hours a week.
All right. So I have considered all of the testimony and evidence, arguments of counsel, applicable case law and statutes. I have prepared a written sentencing order, which I will file contemporaneously with the pronouncement of the sentence here today. I also have copies for the state and defense, which I'll hand out once I conclude. So in the state of Florida versus Wade Stephen Wilson, case number 19 CF 568, the court will read aloud the portion of the sentencing order related to the sentencing circumstances and proportionality. In evaluating the aggravating and mitigating factors, the court does not engage in a mere counting procedure, but instead makes a reasoned judgment based on the totality of the circumstances. In reaching this decision, the court is mindful that because death is a unique punishment in its finality, its application is reserved only for those cases where the most aggravating and least mitigating circumstances exist. The law never requires the imposition of a death sentence. In this case, the totality of the circumstances indicates the defendant, with premeditation, beat and strangled Christine Melton in her home before stealing her vehicle and driving to meet his girlfriend, Melissa Montanez. After Montanez refused to get into the car with him, the defendant battered her in broad daylight. The defendant told law enforcement, when Ms. Montanez managed to flee from the defendant, he fled the scene and drove back to Cape Coral, where he decided that he would murder another person. He saw Diane Ruiz walking to work and pulled over, pretending to ask for directions. She got into the car to provide directions, but the defendant strangled her when she tried to exit. He then drove to an empty lot, strangling her into unconsciousness at least one additional time on the way there. When she tried to flee from the car, he drove over her at least one time, inflicting mortal injuries to her spine, ribs, and neck. The evidence showed that both murders were heinous, atrocious, and cruel, and that the second murder was cold, calculated, and premeditated. The defendant inflicted serious physical and emotional pain to the victims. Moreover, the defendant committed the murders while on probation for prior felony convictions, and he committed 2 first-degree murders contemporaneously with each other and with grand theft of motor vehicle, battery, and burglary of a dwelling. There were no statutory mitigating circumstances that were established, but the court considered the non-statutory mitigating circumstances presented by the defendant. Out of 13 enumerated non-statutory mitigating factors, the court found that 10 had been established. Out of those established, 6 were given little weight. The totality of the mitigating circumstances indicates that the defendant suffers from drug use from a young age, along with undiagnosed and untreated mental health issues of some kind. He felt abandoned by his biological parents, but had a devoted adoptive family who raised him in a supportive and loving environment. Defendant did not resist law enforcement when arrested and confessed fully to both murders. The court has further considered giving great weight to the advisory verdict of the jury, who recommended that the death penalty be imposed by a vote of 9-3 on count 1 for the murder of Christine Melton and a vote of 10-2 on count 4 for the murder of Diane Ruiz. The court recognizes that there is no mathematical formula for considering the aggravating and mitigating factors. It is not enough to weigh the number of aggravators against the number of mitigators. The court carefully considered the nature and quality of each aggravator and mitigator. Having reviewed all of the aggravating factors proven beyond a reasonable doubt and all of the mitigating circumstances reasonably established by the evidence, the court finds that the aggravating factors greatly outweigh mitigating circumstances. Given the facts of the case, nothing in defendant's background or mental state would suggest that a death sentence is inappropriate. This court's review of other reported capital cases has led the court to conclude that the death penalty is not disproportionate in this case. Under the totality of the circumstances and evidence, the court finds no basis to override the jury's verdict. The totality of the circumstances warrants that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced to death for each count of first-degree murder. Accordingly, it is ordered and adjudged that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced as follows. Count 1, first-degree murder of Christine Melton. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 2, grand theft of a motor vehicle. The defendant is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 3, battery. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. Count 4, first-degree murder of Diane Ruiz. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 5, the burglary of a dwelling. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 6, petty theft. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in Lee County Jail. The defendant is given credit for all time served on this case on all counts. All counts are to run concurrent with each other, meaning at the same time. All statutorily mandated fines, fees, and costs as announced on the record are imposed, and the defendant is committed to the custody of the Department of Corrections for execution of this sentence as provided by law. The defendant is hereby notified that these convictions and sentences are subject to automatic review by the Florida Supreme Court. If he cannot afford an attorney to represent him in any appeal, the court will appoint one for him. Are there any other matters to present to the court?
Briefly, Judge, the state would be seeking $17,500 cost of prosecution.
I'm sorry, how much?
$17,500, Judge.
All right. Any objection?
No, sir.
All right. That will be imposed then. Any other terms or conditions?
Absolutely, Judge. We just want to make sure that Mr. Wilson has absolutely no contact with the victim's family.
There'll be no contact ordered with any of the victim's family members and anything else.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Judge, I understand he has other cases pending here elsewhere. Mr. Wilson asked the court, within whatever authority you have, to get him to death row as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, in relation to those other cases, I know we have cases pending here in the circuit. Today is not the day to handle those. I would maybe put those, I could do it as early as September 16th. I believe that's Monday morning.
That's Malcolm's case, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. Malcolm Dowling from Mr. Wade Wilson. September 16th would be fine.
Okay. Well, I think it'd be more appropriate to handle that at a different time. So let's do that September 16th then at 9 a.m. for the other cases, which are case numbers
20 CF 16591 and 23 CF 15499.
Okay. And we have court on the 16th, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, he also has a VOP warrant out of Broward County, Palm Beach County. I'm going to get in touch with the authorities over there, but if need be, we'll ask the court to ROR him on that VOP warrant so he can be taken up to
Well, that's not a motion in front of me today, but if you certainly are able to file whatever you want to file, and
Yes, sir.
I'll consider it.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
Not from the state, Judge.
All right, sir. Then, Mr. Wilson, you will be fingerprinted and remanded to the Sheriff's Department. It'll be held without bond and for transport to the Department of Corrections when it's appropriate. If nothing else, then we're adjourned. And I'll give you your copies. Mr. Hollander. Well, one for the state, one for the defense. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Man, I hope he doesn't get freaking parole on this one. Real talk. I'm gonna check out True Crimes, Villainy Outsider. But man, Like, you see how he gulped? See, this is what 304s like are attracted to. Guys who more than happy to like kill, delete, 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 delete. I gotta stop saying the K word, but man, hopefully they do not revise his sentencing as far as like getting parole. This is really insane. You know, like 304s who like, oh, he's just misunderstood. Uh, like he's no different from like Ted Bundy, Richard Ramirez, even Jeffrey Dahmer. The Hernandez brothers. Like, I don't have empathy nor sympathy for women that goes after dudes that known that have like sinister schemes and violate people's safety. Worst comes to worst, senior citizens, since they're the most vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like, why would y'all go out these dudes and you know they're gonna cause harm to the community anyway? That's why 304s are just slow as molasses. Nobody wants to deal with these people. Nobody wants to deal with these 304s. That they know, like the dude doesn't rap too tight, or they just don't even care if like dude was like low profile. That's how 304s operate. You know, they don't like women. Do not like peace at all. They would rather, they are just rather see somebody do destruction because it's the thrill of it. Because women are emotional creatures. Who wants to be emotional as a man? I'm just saying. But like, however, as men, at the end of the day, it's okay to utilize your emotions, but not too much. You know, um, can't speak for everybody because I don't know anybody personally. Um, but as men, we just have to learn to have fun in a very proper way that is meaningful and to a point where we're not harming other people or harming harming their presence. You know what I mean? We just need some just peace. That's all we're asking for. But simps don't understand, don't understand peace at all. They just want to infiltrate, accomplish something that is really brief, and that don't really last long. Like Black Pill Daniels be saying, just leave women alone altogether. Let them be lost, let them be, detached from the world. Let them be too sophisticated around thugs and bad boys that love to improvise destruction. Don't care about themselves, don't have no, sense of direction, don't have like a firm, backbone, don't have any just respect for, hygienically, mentally. But, women just love bad boys. They love being around men who are mentally unstable. I agree, Black Pill, Daniels. It's getting worse every single day. Like I don't really grieve over these women who pass away. I just don't. I stopped caring about women. 26 until now. Well, 26 and present actually. Like, what's the point of being holding, like, what's the point of having chivalry when women don't really respect you back? And this goes for elderly women too. They don't get a pass on this. These baby boomer women still acting pretentious and think they have everything their way. Anything they allowed to stump on people, or like not stump, but just step on people, and then the world is theirs. I don't like it. I just lost all respect to like Western women altogether. But we're like, you just gotta let these people be. I was gung ho, of marriage and relationships in the past, but that's all out the window now. People just love to gravitate towards negativity. I do not understand. Do people like to have their cars burnt down? Do people don't want to help each other out if they see like an elderly person getting beaten up to death? Why we have our camera phones out, to see the traumatic, scenarios that's going on around innocent people that doesn't deserve it. Yeah, people are useless nowadays. I just don't like being around people. They're just really unstable in the head. Like I said, women do not know how to maintain their peace, not even for 60 seconds. They don't know what peace is. They don't even actually. They can't even read it from a dictionary if their life depends on it. But this is the people they chase. This is actually marriage material for them. Pookie and Ray Ray are marriage material. Let them be marriage material. Because guess what? They ain't gonna like fall for that divorce papers. That gun is gonna be on right right on your forehead. As soon as that trigger fires, you're done for. You don't know what divorce is. Let that tattoo bandit or that tattoo face Mohegan leave. There's nothing new under the sun. Let these women gaslight us. Let them use these shameful tactics, that really hurt our feelings. It's not hurting my feelings, that's for sure. But we live in an insane world where, we accept things that are pointless, that are very, 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 very heartbroken. But why do we live in a heartbroken society that not put a smile on our face? The children are getting killed. You know, real fathers are being put through divorce or being shielded by another bad boy with the ex-wife. Like they're being put up against Pookie and Ray Ray in order to take care of the son or the daughter. But that son and daughter is getting abused or getting sexually violated every single day. Even when I'm talking now. That's why I don't have children. I do not want to have children at all. So I don't want to put trust into somebody, in general, a stranger that I don't even trust. Yup, that female teacher would, you know, slap the kid without even my permission, would molest the kid. Like, did I even tell you to touch my kid? Mm-hmm. But I like kids. I don't want them. But at the same time, I don't like to see them abused or, feeling like they're, or I don't want to feel like it's necessary, like they going to up against something that's over like much authority towards them. So, uh, I'm gonna start inviting people into the chat. Then we're heading out. Closing this video. All right. Let's put the link inside the the chat. Anybody feel free to talk. Yep. These are the people. I'm not part of it. I'm not part of this society at all. I'm just like putting my hands up in the air and just forfeit. You know? Like, like all these red flags are still in the classroom, but you're actually ignoring the elephant in the room. We really are. Yep. But if anybody doesn't want to talk, I will end the video. Oh, we got somebody. Bill Daniels. Cool. Yo.
Oh man.
Doing good. I'm actually doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Yeah. Feeling this. Cool. Got 3 people. Yeah. So what do you guys think about the what's going on with the Wade Wilson final sentencing? I'll let you go.
I think he deserved it, man. If you stupid enough to listen to a woman or anybody under the influence of letting you do evil, then and you enact on it, you deserve to get punished. I mean, personally, I just would have stuck with death. They go a different option of trying to put him in jail and that crap, but I just would have went with death automatically.
Gotcha. Yeah, same. Like this is what women gravitate towards. Yeah, you want to call misunderstood all you want, but this is a very misunderstood scenario they put lives in, and nobody didn't rescue these women at all. Not even by a long shot. Not even like a military person would come to the rescue for these women. Go ahead, Villainy. You got the floor since you got your mic on.
Okay, thanks. I think Wade Wilson should get the death penalty immediately. Because why would you let a woman make you kill somebody you don't even know like that? I call this blue pill rage. And these men with these ugly looking tattoos are not right in the head. Admit, are not right in the head. And these women keep dating these type of dudes, they deserve what everything happened to them. I don't feel no remorse. I don't care if they are my sister, my cousin, my niece, my aunt, my mother. I do not care. Yeah, Ray would deserve the death penalty. And these women who defend this guy talk about he's misunderstood. Hope their lives are miserable. Hope they live a miserable life. But
Okay. Yeah, I'm reading the comment section. It say he tried to act cool, calm, and collected, but there was a lot of deep breathing, heavy swallowing. No one is fooled. The one thing a psychopath cannot tolerate is not being in control. True. The fact that this guy has quote unquote fans is beyond disturbing. So having a TikTok, being a famous TikTok star is a joke, and you're a bad boy. I did not even not know he had a TikTok, which I'm amazed. But at the same time, this is like really, really lunacy. This is laughable. This is why America is pretty much a laughing stock, a complete laughing stock. Like you have like these men who act tough, and then they do like snippets on TikTok. I mean, personally, I don't do videos on TikTok at all. Um, but it's entertainment at the end of the day. I like watching the videos, but just being a famous TikToker, then you're on the news and just going viral. Well, especially in Florida, at that, of course, you really put yourself in danger. Like, who in their right mind be like a social media, you know, user, and then like, well, I'm just gonna turn on these women because it is what it is. But I don't know where his mindset was. I understand his biological father wasn't there, but there's a reason to forgive. Because you cannot have tunnel vision and then act out on your emotions. You just can't. You can't really act out on your emotions just because things doesn't go your way. But this is blue pill man for you. That this is your Pookie and Ray Rays you're married to. This is the things I walk away from when it comes to the opposite sex. One of you guys can have the floor.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of guys give these women attention, and then when these women act the way they don't like, then they get upset and do something crazy as of assaulting them or just trying to ruin their life altogether. Now, women are the biggest purveyors of ruin people's lives, especially men. But men, blue pill men, mostly don't get what they want. They would try to ruin these women's lives. I would say is that once a woman don't act the way that you want her to act, leave her alone and let her go to the next simp.
yeah,
I agree. I agree. Go ahead. You got
my
you got
turn.
the floor.
All right. Yeah, women are the biggest perpetrators of ruining people's lives every single day. They ruin their family life. They ruin their children's life. They ruin their husband's life. They ruin everything they touch. Entertainment, comic books, music, television, everything they touch is turned into shit. Women don't build nothing. Women are irrational creatures, emotional creatures who don't think logically long term. They can keep having these women keep on having these children with these blue pill men. I don't care if they wealthy or not. I don't care they I don't care their names are Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, these rappers, these football players, these basketball players, these singers, they are blue pill men. And women always thank them for money, marry them, have sex with them for money, and have kids, and raise a bunch of spoiled, entitled brats. Got nothing going on for them. Yeah.
Yeah, facts. This is when remind me of the story of like in the UK and OnlyFans. Let me know if I echo. I'm not for sure I'm affecting anybody with my echo. Um,
Oh, you good?
okay. It reminded me of that story in the UK. I think it was like a year or two ago. It was a female teacher, of course. Um, I think no, I think she wasn't a female teacher, but she had a kid, and it was a son. Then the son got bullied to the point where he self-destruct. Because the reason why he self-destruct is obviously, you guessed it, moms had OnlyFans. Like, why would you why at that particular age when yeah, you're gonna hit the wall too. Obviously, you gonna have like a OnlyFans, and you have like a son. Then your son dies because you have like easy access. You have like husbands and like you know children that are bullying your kid. Look, have easy access to your OnlyFans. Then call your mama like a whore, a slut, a thought, and then it hurts the kid's feelings. Then the kid just want to escape from Earth. And this is the world we're coming into. OnlyFans is really destroying family lives. Like, if you're a mother and you have OnlyFans, I would doubt you will be really confidential with it because once you have OnlyFans, you will never know how to control yourself with it. Unless you selling products, unless you doing business. But you basically putting your flesh, your physicality for business. And that's called e-prostitution. I don't care if you're a mom or a grandmother, you have children. They have to do best for themselves. You gotta look out for them. Stop abandoning your children like that. This is how children off themselves, future criminals, going to the dark side to the point where it's too late to save them. The only people who is gonna save them is the police, and that's the God honest truth. Y'all guys got the floor.
I totally agree, man. I totally agree. It's the same thing with any other social media site besides OnlyFans. A lot of women will flock to these other social media sites, have halfway show themselves, show a lot of skin on the other social media sites. Facebook is self-destructing, so Facebook will probably be gone in the future. Twitter will be gone in the future. Instagram will be gone in the future. A lot of these social media accounts, these women will get on and make money and show their body. So it's not only just OnlyFans, it's just like the other social media accounts that these women go to.
Women are always attention seeking whores. They can have children, nieces, cousins, young cousins. They're always attention seeking through Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Snapchat, OnlyFans, everything. They do not care about their children. They never did. Women right now still doing OnlyFans while having children. They don't care. They want to make money because they got knocked up by some simp and have a bunch of kids and get hit and they get humiliated, get bullied in school, and want to shoot up the school, want to commit suicide, want to kill his parents, and get angry at the world because their mother chose to do porn and make millions of dollars. And that's why I respect women who are child free, who don't want children. I would have that than do porn with children. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the stuttering. Yeah, this hits close to home real bad. Oh boy.
Yeah, women just don't know how to, become better. They just don't know how to become better version of themselves. They only are attracted to chaos and destruction. But the only, the only thing we can do as men is protect our peace, do our constructing elsewhere, to a point women, to a point actually, scratch that, to a point we keep it confidential, to a point women can't even find it. If women want to destruct, or more better to say, self-destruct, let them, because they are no good on planet Earth anyway. Sorry to say that, but look at how fatherless homes is affecting the genders. You have Keisha, you have Becky slaughting herself out in OnlyFans or any other social media interaction. You ain't got these fabricated occupations. Oh, let's have social media. Let's be a social media influencer. What in the hell is that occupation? I would like to know that one for sure. That is not an occupation. It's not even genuine. Unless you have the backup tools and unless you have a very powerful, strong foundation. But other than that, women, put up these synthesized occupations like, e-prostitution, twerking. How do you get money from twerking? That OnlyFans is pretty much the focal point of why it's gonna get shut down. Women don't know what to do with themselves. They're gonna gravitate to YouTube. We'll see about YouTube because women's gonna treat YouTube as if it's Pornhub. I ain't gonna say the P word, but Hornpub, if you will. They're gonna treat it as that. And YouTube is not gonna play. If YouTube, reacts and say, hey, they're gonna ban the videos of women trying to go rogue and be nude or trying to be promiscuous. Because mind you, they still got the COPA Act. And, you know, imagine having protests about children. Parents are having protests against YouTube, against women who are gravitated towards putting up promiscuous videos that children is seeing and is really inappropriate to the adult. Let's just say it at that. But that's just me being idealistic. You guys can have the floor.
Women need women who do porn on YouTube need to be banned from YouTube. Need to be banned from social media. My mistake. But we, but us, mental, red pill, black pill, get kept off of YouTube so many times, off of social media, from TikTok, Reddit, Twitter, and Instagram. We get banned immediately. We get silenced. But women do so, post nudity everywhere. Nobody wants to say nothing about them. While children are watching them like television. But we get vilified. We get villainized. We get hated by society. Us red pillars, black pillars, mental men get villainized every single time. Who doesn't want children, relationship, marriage? But we get looked upon like we commit a crime because we think differently than everybody else. Society has become a joke. Humanity has become a joke. We deserve everything happen to them.
Yeah, man, these simps are just keeping these women income alive. So once the simps leave, these women have nothing to flock to. No income, nothing like that. Like I said, man, these women have to get up and work like everybody else. Now, half of them do work, and most of them are miserable at their job or just miserable in general. But the ones who are on these entitlement programs, leeching off the simps, leeching off the gov, anything you name it, that's all gonna go sooner or later. Whether it's this TikTok and influencer and stuff like that, making money off that, that's gonna go as well. All this stuff is gonna go. Only thing they have left is the simps. Now the simps say, you know what? I'm being used at this point. I'm getting nothing out of this. It's time to stop providing for women. Then they have nothing left. Most of these women are end up homeless anyway because women think that the world is in their hands and that they will never fall. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, women are actually going, well, living homeless. You have like women, have no other choice but to, live out in the streets. And they're actually doing like heroin and, meth, just injecting themselves. But the right way, it only makes you become a stronger person, especially as men, is just walk away. If you're being, held in a friend zone, especially if the opposite sex is withholding sex, and she's like having all these spooky ray rays, get past like getting snatched up left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. It now is a suitable time to leave. I'm just sick and tired of these men, I now have men in their 30s around my age, complaining like, why they're single and stuff. And it's really okay to express your grievance on social media. At least you're being honest. But at the end of the day, do you really want, a partner or a girlfriend or a future spouse? Because that's really slim to none out here nowadays. Women have a Tasmanian mindset, if you will. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. You are enough. Stop trying to seek women that you feel completed for. You're not complete with a woman. You're incomplete. That's when she flushed out your finance, your resources, stripped everything away from you. And God forbid if you have a child, your butt is through. You is so toasted. Now she put you on child support. Now you're behind bars if you don't have the sufficient funds to pay for it. That's every man's nightmare in the U.S. That you guys can go.
I agree. Women are crumbling down in tears, being homeless, have no money, need a man's money to keep the roof over their head because they don't want to work. They miserable at their job. They always quitting. They always complain on social media. They always bringing their drama to work. They always blame everybody else for their problems. They don't take accountability for their actions. But but one day, their time has come. They getting killed every single. They getting killed. They end up homeless. No man want to marry them. No man don't want to raise another man's bastard child. No man don't want to date them anymore. Dating in 2024 and 2025 is dead. Like disco is dead. 6 feet deep. Because of women want some high standards, want treat like queens, treat like goddesses, want to treat like the world owns them everything. Because you bring a child into this world, because you have a Texan ass. And women have no personality. I don't care, you're a daughter of a famous celebrity. You have no personality. You are not interesting. You just all looks.
Pretty much. Down the years of, I say 2050. Men and women are no longer going to get married. I know that for a fact. No relationships, not even friendships. Men and women won't even speak to each other anymore if this keep up because women refuse to change and women want to do what they want to do, which is driving a lot of men away. A lot of men are not paying for their dinners anymore. I looked at the video earlier, and the father took his daughter out to a birthday dinner, and these other women showed up. I don't know if they were his friends or her friends, but he only was taking his daughter out, so everybody decided just to, okay, we go eat too. The bill came out to $700. $700. And the woman started complaining because the man didn't want to pay. So he said, like, let me get a separate check because I was only bringing my daughter out on a birthday, just paying for her. Women want to continue this game they're playing with men, but now a lot of men are saying, you know what? These women are getting very, very crafty, very, very slick. So let's turn the tables and let them pay the bill. Let's turn the tables and let them take us out and they pay the bill. All right.
These women have money. They just don't want to spend it. They have money. They got OnlyFans. They got jobs. They got side hustles. They got all these money, but they want the man to spend all of his money on them, and they get nothing in return. Just taking advantage of these men kindness, respect, and honestly. But one day, man and women are not going to hate each other in the near future. They will hate each other. Humanity will go extinct like dinosaurs, and I hope so. Sometimes most humans on this earth needs to die off. I don't care what nobody got to say. Most human beings needs to die off. That's why I got nothing against abortion. I got nothing against suicide. I got nothing against men going off the deep end, killing these bitches off. Back then I used to, but times have changed. My mind has changed. My eyes have been open. My ears have been open. The reality around me has dramatically changed, like the weather. I do not see the world like I used to since I was in my early teens, my late teens. I used to be friends with women. I used to go out with women. I used to talk to women. I used to do everything for women. But something changed. But these women have money. These women have money. I don't know why you take these women on dates for.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, Definitely. I remember doing a birthday with beta male, and man, that story's still in my head. I mean, the male gymnast gets 175 years, and that's like 3.5 centuries. 3.5 centuries. That is insane. Like he didn't even like delete any girl inside the school. All he did was just fondling them. But no. You always have to have a female judge that you know gets too carried away. You know what I mean? That's like you know going across the crosswalk and a car violated the path. Then I looked at it. Turns out it's a female driver. Then the female driver just you know looks at me the wrong way because you're violating my space. Then she drives off, and I'm on the hood of the car basically. You know, got ran over, and I'm like, I mean, that's how women think. Like they don't have the consideration, take the consideration of, like not stop to think what the consequences are. You know, they just love to take risks, and like the law just give them a slap on the wrist, and they're free. And that goes for simps too. You know, this is why us men we need to be left alone. Develop our hobbies. You know, have a hobby and interest. Like having hobbies is more important because you shouldn't have hobbies of like getting women. That's not a hobby. That's just a brief hookup, and you just gotta like have something that stimulates your brain. And you just got to like learn how to, just stay productive and just stay healthy. Other than that, like sex is not even close to being healthy. It just leads into depression and just grasping for more different women, obviously. But you guys can go ahead.
There's a lot of things in the world that bring a man happiness besides women and sex. But But last time I checked, you don't need sex to live. You need food to live. You need money to live. You need water to live. But sex is temporary. You can get it anytime. But unless you want children in the near future. But anyway, women have changed. Men have changed. Relationship is a waste of time and money. Dating is dead. Marriage has been ruined. Families has been shattered. Community has been falling apart. Schools have been tainted. Churches has been invaded by blue pills and harlots. The court system has been corrupted for decades. Women have been canceled out of wedlock for a long time, and no one want to say anything because you labeled judgmental, misogynistic, you bullying her, you picking on children, etc. But men who having kids without marriage with multiple women, they create a part of the problem. That's why I call out men and women, because men are part of the problem as well. Wealthy men and broke men, black, white, Latino, Hispanic, whoever, they are part of the problem as well.
Yeah, man. Men don't like peace. And when I mean men, I mean these simps don't like peace. Peace is the only thing we have. Without that peace, it's destruction, chaos, and you just can't focus on what you need to do. Us as MGTOW men, we love peace. Love being by ourselves. We love living by ourselves. No woman, no children, no parents, no noise. Focus on what we need to do during the day, and that's it. A lot of these simps that hang around women, have these women around them all day long, lay around these women all day long, she bound to be with another guy, or she's bound to cause trouble. She's bound to play loud music. She's bound to have some type of noise where at some point you may get irritated or get upset or just say, you know what, I ain't gonna let it bother me. I know some of you blue pillers in the back of your mind saying, oh man, I wish I was like these red pill guys, these black pill guys. If you want to get there, that's one thing you got to do. Get away from the problem. What is that problem? Women. Women can't control themselves. They don't want to control themselves. You blue pill man know it. But the only thing you want out of it is a friendship, a relationship, a marriage, and that all fails. And when it all fails, you try to get sex out of it instead of just paying for sex. Overall, if you want to be free, get rid of the problems in your life. I know what my problems are, and I got rid of them. I'm in peace. But you blue pill guys, you don't want peace. And I think you'll never get peace unless you change your mindset as well. But go ahead.
Peace is everything. Having peace is everything. That is beauty, is having peace without chaos. betrayal, backstabbing, taken advantage of, usury, getting cheated on for no reason, because having a relationship leads to tolerance, leads to they pull up with your mess for years and years and years, for raising it the next generation, to helping raising the next generation, because we all grow old in the near future. To keep society going. That's why people have truth, to keep society moving. And people stop having truth, for one day at all, the world gonna crumble. Humanity gonna go extinct, which is sure, by the way. But I still have some hope for others. But that that hope is gone. That hope is dead. It's all dead.
Yeah, yeah, that's facts. Without peace, there's always gonna be disorder. You need to have order in your life in order to have a well balanced mind. Without a well balanced mind, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be really, really lost. And you don't need a woman to tell you what to do. Um, and that's what Sims got it. Like these Sims just need to, you know, look at the reality of things that these women aren't really for you. They are for the streets, and they're nothing but, like I said, titles. They're not trophies. They're just titles. So getting interrupted at a finish, and there's no such thing as completing a finish line in life. You gotta learn how to keep going. When you do submit to the finish line, that means you gave up, obviously. But there are times you do need to take a break from things, but that doesn't mean using sex for pleasure. If you want to do that, go around ahead. But it's funny that Villainy brung that up. That sex is temporary. I was just literally talking to a friend about that the other day. Um, well, Saturday, and I was saying like sex is basically temporary. You don't have to prolong it. You don't have to uh, be like an everlasting relationship that's not even it's not gonna work in your favor. Everything that man does, we've been unsung hero for, and the real men that you know having peace is us. And just be single, and that's not really a secret advice either. The only secret advice that we give men in MGTOW is, just walk away from certain situations that doesn't do anything in your favor, nor doesn't, adjust into a, basically just adjustment, in general. But yeah, I definitely acknowledge my peace every single day. I mean, in spite of my mistakes, I made, and like the road that I'm going on to, and like the ditches, and yeah, you know, you just gotta learn how to put a smile on your face, and just keep your head, have your head like forward. There's no point in having your head down when like a thought depresses you and not even doing anything better with her life. So that's how I have to be said. You guys got the floor.
I have pretty much ran out of things to say. Only thing I can say is just like I said before, just all together stay away from women, especially Western women. Women overseas, I haven't experienced that, but I will stay away from them too because they're slowly becoming westernized. If you get sex, pay for it. That's it. But all together, I would just leave women alone. Don't hang out with them. Don't do business with them. Don't invite. Don't invite yourself over their house, and don't go to theirs. Have nothing to do with women altogether, except for just sex. That's it. Now, when it comes to something important, they should be on their best behavior. But if not, I get away from them. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. All right, peace.
All right, peace, Black.
See you later. Yeah.
Yup. See you later. All right, chat. I'm about to head out, and it's a good chat with Villainy and Black Pill Daniels. Hopefully this video is good. Um, I won't be doing a live tomorrow, unfortunately. I have bowling, and hopefully I've been doing great. And that's Thursdays I don't have bowling till further notice. And throughout the weekend, of course. However, we are still doing live streams, so please stay tuned. And we will continue to do great. These streams are really awesome. All right, now take care, you guys, and sleep peacefully.
Thank you.
Yep, take care.